I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Man,
Welcome
we're here.
to the Gone Fishing Show. I am loving it. What's on that?
Well, whoever. Oh, okay.
We're buzzing.
No.
Yeah, I got it.
Jeff's buzzing.
That was well. That's besides the point. But that came off of the feed from
Jeff's always
Facebook.
buzzing.
Hey, I've got a card, man. I'm legal.
Darn. Now he's getting as crazy as Joe. And they're even hugging each other. Hi.
Not hardly. Not hardly.
Okay, welcome to the Go Fishing Show, and we got quite a few interesting pieces of news to tell you. First of all, my partner Joe and me, we own the boating and fishing and boating media group.
Yes, you do.
And last month, nobody was open, so we didn't publish a paper. This
But we
month,
do next month, though. June.
Yes, sir. Everybody's
be
open.
hot and heavy.
Yes, everybody's open. And
Man, tournaments are going on. So
in June.
yeah,
okay.
There's going to be some tournaments going on. A lot of good things happen.
Well, people need to contact Craig Van Brockman if you got a tournament going on.
Craig will be calling in today.
Oh, great.
I talked to him earlier, and he will be calling in.
Okay, we also got Mr. Come on, Joe. Remind me, 12:30.
Oh, Mr. Jim Suber.
Jim Suber. I know there's one thing that he probably does not have control over, but it's really been upsetting me. We'll talk about that when he calls. And we also got a sailboat with the mast sticking up over there by Beach Boulevard Bridge.
Just the mast?
What's the deal with the
Just
fire?
the mast.
Did they get the fire out okay on San Pablo yesterday?
Yes.
I didn't know there was one.
Wow. Yeah, huge fire, smoked. It smoked the whole city.
Did it
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I smelled it.
It was over by Mayo. They said it got within like 100 feet of the homes.
Yeah.
And
It was
so-
between
so, yeah,
it was between JT and Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
not DDOT.
my oldest daughter works at Mayo. Yeah. But of course, I don't get to see them much because of the virus and everything. But
I need to move so Joe can be seen, which doesn't bother him any.
okay.
As long as my gut ain't being seen, I'm in good shape.
Okay, as I was getting ready to say, Joe is basically in charge of the paper, and I'm basically trying to be in charge of
Joe?
the radio station. I gave up ever being in charge.
I'm just
of
here to
Joe.
remind him when he forgets stuff.
Forget what?
What's his name? Hey,
Yeah,
where was that place at?
Captain Jim Suber. I want you to know I remember that just now. But anyway, the paper will be coming out around the 1st or the 2nd. And so we're very excited to be back and having it back on the streets. Last month, or this month, I should say. So.
Check all your Walmarts, all your bait and tackle stores.
Yeah, because like I was over in Browns and Rachel was saying, people were asking this month, and I wrote it down. I said, well, tell them it's online, and told them how to get to it and all of that. So hopefully, had good numbers for the online paper this month.
We did. It
Yes.
did. It really did. Yes. So I'm real happy about that. So you can ask Captain Jim Seaver will be calling in if you have any questions about boat ramps. I think everything is open because the public parks now are open. So that means the boat ramps that have public parks, they should be open now.
And DeSantis was on a little while ago, and they're opening up. They're pretty much lifting everything, so it looks like their kids are going to be able to play ball and things like that. So,
A lot of controversy about that.
oh well, isn't there always?
Yeah, I'm talking about actual school, and the
Why is there controversy? Explain it to me.
And the mask,
Explain it
the
to me.
mask thing. It's the
Yeah.
mask thing, trying to get kids to wear this mask all day long, and they they can't even go in their store and have their kids wear it for 20 minutes in a grocery store, and then they expect them to wear it all day during school.
Well, now
there's the controversy.
The older people, you know, our blood or our oxygen levels aren't the best anyway, and you're putting a mask on and you're sitting there breathing through that mask. You're not getting the proper amount of oxygen that you need, so your O2 levels are dropping.
If you're walking,
if it ain't one thing, it's another.
Right.
Rosanna Dana.
Yeah.
If you're walking in a store without a mask, you're an idiot. You're a total, complete idiot. They have proven now, finally, after all the crap I went through when I kept the store open during the beginning of the virus and making people wear masks, the proof is in the pudding. They're saying it cuts down by 75% the chances of infection if everybody's got the mask on.
And they also said yesterday that it's not spread as much as they thought from hard surfaces.
Hard surfaces, correct.
Yeah. So it's more of, you know,
it's
getting coughed at and breathing other people's air.
People are just really working with us at the store. At first, I did catch some grief, but people now are thanking me because we got nice petitions now, don't we, Joe, at the cash registers. And
you just can't wear your hat the regular way. You have to turn your hat around because the brim of the hat hits the plastic.
On one of them.
Yeah, at the register.
On the register.
You know, I was in Lowe's, and they have, you know, the fire or the plexiglass up there and everything. And this was like a month or so ago. And there's a woman ahead of me, and literally she had her head resting on the thing. And I'm like, what in the world, you know? It's like, and this one was when it first happened. Everybody had the mask on, and like this was like the first few days that they actually put the plexiglass up there. And
Jeff, you brought it up, and I can't.
It was amazing.
It's kind of like Christmas when I buy something for somebody. I have a hard time not giving it to them early.
Not the boy. I like this, but I'm going to get them something else.
No, you said DeSantis. You know what? The headline is on my section of the paper, Fishin' Connection.
No telling.
Elections have consequences.
Yep.
Okay? You better be thankful to God if you're a fisherman or a voter and you live in the state of Florida. Because if the other gentleman had been elected, he'd been a Democrat and gone along with all the other Democrats, and we probably would be still shut down right this minute.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. We could be one of those communist states like up north.
And DeSantis saw a need for people to recreate, have mental health, to get out. And he left boating open. The only places that was closed down was when people took advantage of it and went and had their big old parties on some sandbars and everything.
Right.
And I also thank Mayor Curry for having the patience. I know that the first week or so right after the virus hit, there was some partying going on down there, the one hangout everybody goes to. And he didn't shut down the boat ramps. I really thought the boat ramps were going to get shut. But he kept them open.
Sure, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Right. So the consequences of this election to the fishermen and boaters is we elected a person that's very pro boating and fishing and sees the need for the recreation. Because it was the only form of recreation, it and golf. And
you couldn't golf because the golf courses were closed.
No, they were open. Well,
no, they were not.
TPC was. TPC was open because my son works there. He was working every day of the week.
For a day?
No, it was open every day. He works every day.
Okay.
Beach golf course was open. I don't know which ones were closed, but it wasn't anything around the beach area. They were all open. And, my son was a caddy at TPC. And very happy that he was able to work the whole time. Now, what had happened is that at TPC, a lot of people used to come in here in the conventions to go play the course. The numbers are way down because of no conventions here in Jacksonville. But yeah, everything.
Well, everybody's going to start moving around, and things are going to get back to our new normal.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, there's a lot of things that were not closed down that people keep saying we were closed down. Movie theaters.
Yep.
Bars.
Yep. Bars are still closed. That's hurting a lot of people, like Judd and Jessica.
Yep.
So.
Yeah,
Man, that was a quick segment.
That was boy.
Hey, we got a lot of people watching on Facebook. Cousin Chris Cortopassi, Ron Donnelly down in Clearwater.
Hey, right, yeah.
Hey, bunch of people.
Guys, we love you. We're glad that you're out there fishing and having a good time.
And give us a call.
Give us a call.
904-831-1023. We'll be right back.
Southern Sportsman is now open on the south side of Arlington Expressway. They stock everything an outdoorsman thrives, from firearms and fishing, archery, and knives. They've got bows by Hoyt, Obsession, and Prime with an archery range for practice time. Everything's there a fisherman digs, from T. Allen rods to TBS jigs. Guns by Glock can always be found at Southern Sportsman, the best in town. Located at 8324 Arlington Expressway. Give them a call today at 903-2745. That's 903-2745.
The best way to go fishing around here is to join Jacksonville Boat Club. We furnish the boats, the insurance, and take care of all the maintenance. You'll enjoy completely hassle-free valet service on the premier fleet in the Southeast. When you arrive at the dock, your boat will be ready to go. You won't spend hours getting it ready or have to wait in line at the marina or boat ramp. Just remember, we clean the boats, but you clean the fish. JacksBoatClub.com.
You wouldn't trust just anyone on where to find your next big catch, would you? So why trust anyone when it comes to buying or selling your home? When the experts at Real Keeper Realty can help you navigate your way through the biggest financial move you'll make in your life. Just like fishing, when you're selling your home, you got to put out the right bait to attract the best buyers. And when it comes to buying the right home for you and your family, we'll stay the course and make sure you find a real keeper. For all of your real estate needs, give Real Keeper Realty a call. 904-414-4000. Real Keeper Realty. Your home. Your future. Our commitment.
When it comes to those pesky bugs, leave them to Beaver. Beaver Bug Blasters, that is. Clyde T. Bunk, the owner of Beaver Bug Blasters, can stop the bugs from coming into your home by building a bug beaver dam that will keep those bugs outside where they belong. Clyde appreciates your business, and he appreciates our veterans. That's why Beaver Bug Blasters is a proud supporter of the Heroes on the Water Foundation. Remember, if your pest control is a disaster, call the masters. Beaver Bug Blasters, 904-242-2847. That's 904-242-2847. Save a nickel, save a dime. You'll save a bundle at Jack's Bargain Cabinets and Flooring. Save big bucks on building materials, from kitchen cabinets, vanities, granite countertops, carpet, and vinyl flooring. Jack's Bargain Cabinets beats the britches off those big box stores by as much as 40%. Bring them a quote from the Fat Cats and they'll beat it like a dusty rug. Jack's Bargain Cabinets are all wood at discount prices. Go to jacksbargaincabinets.com and see the huge selection of kitchen cabinets and countertops. Get a full kitchen or bathroom upgrade in less than 2 weeks at Jack's Bargain Cabinets, 455 Cassett Avenue. Let's get back to the Gone Fishing Show here on Sunny 102.3. The Gone Fishing Show is brought to you by Rick's Bait and Tackle. If you want to be a part of the show, we'd love to hear from you. The call-in number is 904-831-1023. That's 904-831-1023. And now, here's your host, Rick Hale, along with Joe Dion and Jeff Altman.
Guys, you're going to have some patience maybe with your bait and tackle stores, because getting merchandise is impossible.
Yeah.
What used to take 3 to 4 days now takes 3 to 4 weeks. And so it's not them, it's our suppliers that are very slow. Now the suppliers are saying they can't keep up with the demand. And I'm wondering if this virus has brought on many new fishermen. In other words, people found out they enjoyed fishing.
I don't know, there's a lot of idiots out there.
And I'm talking about brand new people coming in.
Yeah.
And they maybe have enjoyed it.
And it's wiped out all of the tackle.
They can't keep up with the demand.
I was reading article, well, not an article, but something that another company owner down south, was like, people were coming into his store and like chewing his employees out, and he couldn't get live shiners is what he was talking about, and he ended up air freighting shiners in, and they weren't as big as what he was told they were, and people were like, chewing the employees out, and this guy's just out making a living. He was talking about exactly what you're saying. He can't get any product in, and his store is virtually empty.
Well, we had me, Joe, and Keith were working yesterday. Was it yesterday, Keith, or day before?
It was. What's today? Friday? Yesterday morning.
Yes, yesterday morning.
And also I had one come in, which was a newbie to me, but no, I am blood type so and so I'm not required to wear a mask. I says, if you're going to come in this establishment, you're going to have to wear this mask that I handed to him. And he goes, well, it doesn't affect me because I'm a certain blood type. I says, I don't care what blood type you are,
You're right.
Put your mask on if you're coming in.
But
I even put one on when I went in.
We were so busy that all three of us were on the floor helping somebody. And guess where all three of them wanted to go? Fish bites.
Yeah.
Every one of
them.
Yeah. Joe had a lady that came in asking fish bites, followed 2 seconds later by a guy with one of the fish bites, and then Keith was talking to the guy, and then they ended up down at the fish bites.
Remind me to talk to you during the break.
Are you carrying the dirty boxer?
We're trying to.
Okay.
That's all I can tell you.
Well, he's got dirty boxers.
Those are you do.
Because Terry keeps telling me she's trying to wash them. She has to wash them 3-4 times a week. You got dirty boxers.
Right. Time to buy more boxers.
She's going to get him Depends.
Okay.
Hey.
Joe's on a roll.
All right,
Hey.
baby.
At least I have somebody to wash them.
Right.
That's a lot more than him. Okay.
Joe does his own.
Joe has.
I have a washboard.
He has the ring in the nose.
Hey.
Okay, go ahead. What are you going to say, Jeff?
The fish bites, the dirty boxer. I mean, if you're fishing those, you can hook them anyway. Basically, use a jig head, hook it up, and slow roll on the bottom. Flounder love those things.
Yeah. The fish bites.
Fish bites.
Yeah, fish bites.
Yeah.
But the what was
the dirty boxer?
No, not the dirty boxer.
Yeah.
But what's the whole line of those called? The shrimp. Boxers.
No, they got the shrimp. The shrimp.
Come on now, come on.
It would be a plastic, like
okay, you're right.
Just a plastic.
Well, you're supposed to
shrimp
remember.
Body.
You're a young guy. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't use those. I use the dirty boxer, but if I'm surf fishing, I buy the strips and then cut chunks of the strips and I put it on there, and works well. Catches whiting, catches everything.
When they first came out with their plastic shrimp, whatever the name is right now,
Yeah.
I can't remember. Very first cast, caught a trout with it.
Right.
Very first cast I ever used it, caught a trout, and that was great.
Hey, Jackie, she's listening up in the Carolinas.
Okay.
I think I guess we're not. I guess we don't have a call. No. I thought I saw the light flash.
Another 10 minutes. We're expecting Captain Jim to give us a shout, and give us some updates.
Yeah.
What's going on with crab traps that you wanted to talk about?
I got my numbers for mine.
I want to wait till he comes on. You got your numbers for what?
For my crab traps.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
The new law where you have to have numbers for your crab traps.
That's exactly true. Yes.
Yep. Friendly reminder.
And
Fight Club.
Fight Club. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse Walker.
Okay, Fight
Slot
Club.
City.
The first time. That's
Slot City in the house.
And Chappie's out work sick. He's sick today.
Yeah.
Fight Club, I find it to be amazing.
Yeah.
A great bait. But again, I'm having a very hard time getting them. And I went to a vendor I've never used. I haven't used in a long time. And We'll have it to you in 4 days. 3 weeks later, they came in the door.
Wow.
And we put out, I bet you, 100 fish bites, 150 maybe. Everything they had,
Yeah.
they were gone that afternoon. You had to be one of the hottest baits. You know, something else would make me very happy with this pandemic and everything coming from China, and a lot of politicians are holding China responsible. I believed originally that 70% of the stuff in the tackle business was made in China.
Yep.
Well, as I went to the store and really started looking, most of the plastics are made in the United States.
Right.
Z-Man's made in the United States.
Slayer.
That's the one I wanted to get. I want you to tell me about it in the break. Slayer.
Chris Sensi.
Yeah, Chris Sensi's.
Yep.
I wonder.
Well, they're made here.
Great
Are the
fishermen, too.
now the materials?
No.
Where's the materials?
Here. Yes. You know, I got some jawjacker curly tails. I have them made here in the United States.
Yep.
And so there, I think Chris Sensi's is made in Jacksonville itself.
Yes. Yeah.
Mine's made down south, and you also got Saltwater Assassin out of Wahoo, not Wahoo, but Mayo, Florida.
Mayo.
Yes.
Wahoo!
Wahoo! Hey, I wonder if there is a Wahoo, Florida. If not, maybe we need to start our own city.
No, maybe your cousin Tim Altman will find out since
Right?
he's the Wahoo warrior.
I bet, yeah. Tim would probably buy that town.
Yeah, Mayo, the big town of Mayo. They have a nice plant there in Mayo with the saltwater and freshwater assassins. And then you got fish bites.
Those are good product too. I really like them. I've used them for years.
You got fish bites made in St. Augustine, Florida.
Yep.
Voodoo's made in China. All the voodoo products.
No.
Now I got
Really
some people.
those.
Oh yeah, I got some people that swear by them.
Oh no, I used to throw the little mullet-looking
Mullet,
thing.
yeah.
And I've got other things that I throw.
All right.
The hard baits.
Chappie's running a fever. It's called flounder fever. He's got a cooler full.
Oh. Nowadays, that's not fun to joke about.
Tell him that.
Right.
No, I told you.
Well, I'm telling him.
Okay, you tell him.
Good job there, chap. Just make sure you insert that thermometer where it's supposed to go.
On top of your head.
That's right.
Okay. I mean, it's hard enough for me to get on a train of thought, and then I've got to work with
That's
you.
my purpose, is to take you off your train of thought. That's not hard to do.
Not now, no. Had that 72nd birthday. Feels like it was the 102nd birthday. It's 72nd. That's 72, Joe.
72, 66, 6 years.
Yeah.
6 years, I'll be there. Yeah. Oh, well.
Well,
right.
I'm being quiet. Letting you take it over.
Yeah. Handle it.
And I got like 14 years, so I'm not even worried about all that.
Okay, people, fishing was incredible yesterday. The amount of reds that were caught by the jetties and in the river in that area there from, let's say, the intersection of Papua Creek and going towards the ocean, they tore up the legal reds yesterday. I mean, literally tore them up. We had people coming back getting second buckets of 8.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great. Me and
Are
Terry
they
went.
fishing mud minnows or shrimp?
They're fishing both.
Both?
Yeah. Terry caught everything that she caught was on mud minnows. And Terry thought, she goes, oh, I got some weed on my hook. She was bottom fishing.
Nice.
It was a flounder.
I hope it was a big piece of weed then.
Yeah, it was a reasonable. But the thing is, like me and you were talking, the flounder seemed to be very thick
Yeah.
right now.
Thick-bodied?
Yes. And the finger mullet out there, they must be chomping down on those finger mullets.
Oh, yeah. Last week I was fishing, and I caught a bluefish, and then all of a sudden my deck is just littered with glass minnows. But last night when I was out, finger mullet everywhere. So,
Did you get some glass minnows, though, huh?
the week before there was glass minnows out there.
That's great.
You got to handle them very carefully, too.
Yeah, don't want to cut
You
yourself.
don't want to break them. 904-831-1023, listening to the Gone Fishing Radio Show on sunny 102.3 FM in Jacksonville, Florida. We're going to take a quick break. Hopefully we'll come back with Captain Jim Suber on the line. Not yet. It ain't 12:30. I told him 12:30. He's usually there. All right, y'all stand by. We'll be right back.
Right now, home sweet home has never been sweeter. Our homes are more important than ever, and finding people we trust to take care of them is just as important. For over 20 years, Home Advisor has been connecting homeowners with trusted local plumbers, electricians, roofers, and more. And now we're making it easier than ever for great pros to join the Home Advisor network. For a limited time, home service businesses can get $200 in free advertising. Visit homeadvisor.com/start200 for details. That's homeadvisor.com/start200.
Capital One knows life doesn't alert you about your credit card.
Hey, couch surfers, we've got nonstop tunes to keep you rocking while you work. Oh, and Colleen, yes, you Colleen with a K. Your free trial of Movie Plus ends tomorrow, and your card may be charged. Do you want to continue or cancel?
So meet Eno, the Capital One assistant. Eno looks out for surprise charges, like when free trials expire, and helps if you need to fix them. Eno, another way Capital One is watching out for your money when you're not. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Limitations apply.
I've always wanted to learn another language, but every time I try, it never sticks. So I decided to give Babbel a try, and I really like the teaching method of the app. I started with the beginner lesson on Babbel, and it starts with simple words and phrases, and soon you're putting those words into a conversation. Each lesson takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and they're all really different, which keeps things interesting. The app is really smart. It actually keeps track of the words I'm struggling with, so I can practice them and get better. I chose Babbel because it was created by real language teachers. They built it around real life, how people actually communicate, and what they care about. I can't wait to use my new language skills in the real world. Dos cervezas, por favor.
With Babbel, get conversational in Spanish, French, German, and more. It just takes 10 to 15 minutes a day. Now try Babbel free. Just go to Babbel.com or download the Babbel app and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com, Babbel.com.
These are unique times, and Jacksonville.radio is standing with you. We provide local, family-friendly radio across multiple formats and frequencies with a diverse and loyal audience. Let us help get your message and your marketing into our communities. Call Jax.radio today so we can discuss how we can help your business. Let us help you get the right message in front of the right audience at the right time. Call 904-74-RIGHT. That's 904-747-4448.
I spend a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain, sleet, and mud. In 95, I helped tow your moving trailer. In 05, I helped you get out of a ditch. Yeah, I know I'm a bit rusty, and sadly in 09, it was sparks from me, your handy chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Sparks from dragging chains can start a wildfire. Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The Florida Theater is proud of our city, and they're standing together with you. There's lots of chaos around us these days, but we will get through this. The Florida Theater has postponed many of their upcoming events for now, but they still have so much to look forward to in the months ahead. The Florida Theater has been here since 1927, and they're not planning on going anywhere. They look forward to providing you with memorable experiences in the very near future. Visit floridatheater.com for more information.
The Florida Theater is supported by Community First Credit Union.
Let's get back to the Gone Fishing Show here on Sunny 102.3. The Gone Fishing Show is brought to you by Rick's Bait and Tackle. If you want to be a part of the show, we'd love to hear from you. The call-in number is 904-831-1023. That's 904-831-1023. And now, here's your host, Rick Hale, along with Joe Dion and Jeff Altman.
Okay, we're back. Guys, I'm sure he's going to be happy to hear this. One of my best-selling items all of a sudden has jumped up in the clothing range. It's the Scoozy shoes that we've been advertising now for a while. People are really liking them, and I have people coming back saying how much they love them, how comfortable they are. Getting great reports from people. And I'm setting up a little clothing room now. I'm moving the kayaks around. We sold the kayak too.
Nice.
Is it Smith Brothers, Smith Team or whatever it is? They're doing a great job representing Freedom Kayaks. They are doing a great job.
Yeah.
And Liberty Kayaks gave away about 3 or 4 kayaks to get the name out, for different tournaments. And so that's going good. Starting to see a little more interest once again, in the kayaking industry.
Yeah, a lot of people have been going out. And
then a lot of people want to fish, and they can't afford a boat right now.
Oh, yeah. You can get into kayaks for, a low end for a few $100s to a few $1,000s, depending on,
Yeah, I wouldn't do the
what you want to spend. But, a lot of people are getting out there, and, which is good for everybody all the way around.
Jeff, you mentioned something a minute ago, I guess, apparently about you got a crab trap number. I guess that's the number he's talking about.
You have to register not register, but you have to have numbers for your crab traps. You're given a specific
ID number,
sort of. Yeah.
Okay.
A specific set of numbers. You get 5 numbers.
Okay.
And that has to be on the buoy. It has to be on the buoy
that's
too.
What I said. It was on the buoy.
The number.
The number's supposed to be on the buoy.
The number's on the buoy. That way, if FWC rolls up on a buoy and they see that number, they can punch that number and go, okay, that trap belongs to Jeff.
Okay.
That's my logic.
Yeah, just a simple ID number is all it is. Yeah.
But that is a new law now, and I believe even if you have your crab trap tied to your dock, it still has to have a trap number. Right. And recreational, you're allowed 5 traps.
I think we talked about it on the show about 3 weeks ago, actually. You got to do a class now like you have to do with the sharks. On crab traps and everything.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a boat owner, but what happens if a boat hits the ball? I mean, does it kick it off to the side?
That's one of the things I want to talk about.
Okay.
Jim Suber, I do not know.
Yeah, because, you run over the rope and you entangle it.
Yeah, it's going to be a mess.
Well, since he's famous for it.
Right.
It seems like
he's crab trap famous, huh?
Yeah, but every 2 or 3 months, he's cutting one off his boat, off of the engine.
Well, you see what Noel had. Was it Matanzas? I want to say Matanzas, possibly St. Augustine, somewhere around there. But he had a fish on about 200 yards out. He'd been fighting him for like 30 minutes. It was either a huge cobia or a shark, one of the two. But a boat comes out of the inlet, comes in within 200 yards, and breaks his line off.
Yeah. That's just pure rude.
Yeah. Well, did the boater know the guy was that far out? Possibly not. I don't know.
Well, I can look and see.
Same thing with the pier, same bit,
No, you can look and see if somebody's fighting a fish.
Yeah.
And,
Chris Cockerham's watching. What's up, Chris?
Hey,
how you doing,
Chris,
buddy?
how you doing, buddy?
Yes, I got your report. Thank you, buddy.
Also, found out a new way to catch a flounder.
Right?
Yeah, have a power pole.
Yeah, yeah.
That guy,
I posted
that was a good
picture.
stick there.
Yeah, that was a good stick with a pretty good sized
right
flounder.
through the head too, man.
That was pretty good.
You know, clean fillet right there.
Yeah, clean fillet.
Yeah, not going to be a holy fillet.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about it. I want and ask Jim Moore when he calls. I am seeing more and more crab trap floats in the middle of the channel. More and more of them. And it's kind of ridiculous, especially if you get out there on a busy day and you're at a low tide and you're trying to stay between the markers like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Then there's crab trap things. You got Charlie. He likes to get up. Him and Linda like to go early in the morning when it's dark 30. Of course, they got the lights on the boat legally, but
you don't see those crab traps, so you're right up on them. Sometimes you don't see them.
Sometimes you don't see them in the daytime, but due to them becoming dirty, they're white. Some of them are white, and they become dirty, and they just can't see them. And and I'm seeing it more and more and more of it getting into the channel. And I'm just curious of the question you asked, Joe. Who's responsible if that crab trap is in the middle of the channel and it's dark 30?
Well, the way I look at it, you're the boat owner, and you've got just like a car.
No.
You're the one
and
driving.
they're going to come out and say, well, strange enough, what if it was a little kid in the middle of the channel right there and you didn't see it? You're supposed to look. You're supposed to see it. I don't know. But why would a little kid be out there at dark 30 in the middle of the channel anyway?
Right. Hopefully he's got a life vest on.
Rick's shaking his head again.
Right.
He doesn't understand my logic.
Not many people do, Joe.
I watch Star Trek. Very
That's
illogical.
what we keep you around for, man. You know that. Rick's still got the bewildered look.
Dark 30 is a kid in the middle of the channel. That makes a lot
with
of
no
sense.
life vest on.
With no life vest on either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's not marked.
Joe must be in charge. Okay.
But,
anyway, the the fishing has been really good. Have a beautiful weekend. I'm sure most people that are listening to us are on their boats listening.
FWC has full ticket books, too. They're ready to go.
Oh, I bet.
They are locked and loaded.
I will not be in a boat this weekend, I promise you.
You said Eddie Kepler was watching for a while.
Yeah, he might still be.
I got a kick out of it. Me and Terry went out one Sunday, and we usually go out and try to beat the crowd. And then we'll come back, and we've been going to church on the television, and so we get up, do our daily little service on TV, and go fishing, and try to get back in between 11 and 12. And between 1 and 12,
or the church crowd
comes. That's it. Well, one day we didn't even make it at 10 o'clock. We had turned back around.
Yeah.
And one weekend I saw Eddie tried to go out. He said he didn't make it 10 minutes on his Facebook post. He went out and didn't even put a hook in the water and turned around and came back in. It was so bad.
I'll drive down to Arlington boat ramp and just look and watch for a few minutes, and it's ridiculous. People don't know how to back up trailers. They're jackknifing. They're like taking 2 lanes up, trying to back a trailer up. It's just lunatics, and you watch it and just sort of shake your head, like listening to Joe. Just
got to shake your head.
Did you set up at 1 o'clock or no?
I put it out.
Okay, because I'm getting ready to. So
I don't know that he got it. So
okay.
That was the guy from Fish Bites.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the people I've brought one in. People also, it's a red worms, name of the fish bite.
Right.
People up north use it in salt water, and have great success with it.
Yeah, they're trying to promote north and California, and Fish Bites is pretty well known in Florida now. So they're expanding out and trying to go into other markets and stuff.
They've done a good job. A very good job. And
so those red worms, do those work down here?
According to Fred,
right.
Fred says one of the best baits he's ever used.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've never tried them. And to me, red worm I thought I was buying it for freshwater people, because the red worms were at one time one of the best baits that we saw for live worms. By the way, people, we cannot get live worms right now because the guys that have the business, they're in one of these states that's really shut down. And as I understand it, they come in from Canada, and as far as I know, the Canadian border is still closed. So, okay.
Closed?
Been closed, yeah. The Mexican border and the Canadian border.
Good. 904-831-1023. 904-831-1023. Listening to the Gone Fishing Radio Show on Sunny 102.3 FM in Jacksonville, Florida. Stand by. We will return in a minute.
Introducing Del Marina, the world's ultimate lightweight comfort deck and boat shoes. They're superior in all ways: style, quality, and performance. The upper is a high-tech, fast-drying mesh that won't tear, and it breathes so your feet don't get hot. The interior of the shoes are made with anti-odor, antimicrobial materials, and the footbed is removable for safe cleaning in the washing machine. Plus, the outsole is non-marking and slip-proof both uphill and downhill. Del Marina, the ultimate deck and boat shoes. Order a pair today from ScusaShoes.com. Check them out on the Fish Florida mobile app. Mention Fish Florida and receive a 20% discount. That's SKUZE shoes.com. If you love the ocean, then express yourself with clothing from Seven Seas Outfitters. Seven Seas Outfitters makes high-quality apparel with stunning artwork for men and women. Seven Seas Outfitters was created out of a passion for the ocean, its sandy beaches, the marine life, and the mysteries that lie beneath the waves. Seven Seas Outfitters loves the ocean like you do. They donate 10% of their revenue to ocean-friendly nonprofits. Check out their full lineup at SevenSeasOutfitters.com. That's SevenSeasOutfitters.com. Atlantic Coast Marine, the name to remember for Maverick, Hughes, Pathfinder, Canoe, and Sundance boats. We're also a full-line Yamaha dealer with the best prices on Yamaha engines. A winner of Yamaha's Best in Class 3 years running, Atlantic Coast Marine will get you set up with the right engine the first time. We offer a huge service facility performing everything from fiberglass repair to engine rebuilds. Atlantic Coast Marine, 13748 Atlantic Boulevard at the Intercoastal Waterway. Call 221-0793. That's 221-0793. No matter how well maintained your boat is, things can still happen. Props get sheared off, water pumps fail, and starters die. You need a reliable towing service. Join Towboat US. Low-cost options and reliable service. For just $149 a year, Towboat US provides you with unlimited towing on water breakdowns within their vast service area, and that's 24/7. The average tow is around $700. Towboat US membership is a clear alternative. Visit BoatUS.com and join today, or give them a call at 249-4422. That's 249-4422. Let's get back to the Gone Fishing Show here on Sunny 102.3. The Gone Fishing Show is brought to you by Rick's Bait and Tackle. If you want to be a part of the show, we'd love to hear from you. The call-in number is 904-831-1023. That's 904-831-1023. And now, here's your host, Rick Hale, along with Joe Dion and Jeff Altman.
Hey, we're back, and we have Mr. Brett on the line.
Brett. Hey, you there, Brett? Uh-oh.
Haven't heard the faithful click yet.
No, but hey, there
we go.
There you are. Producer had to turn a knob.
Yeah, I thought I could hear something there. Then I said, well, I don't know if I should talk or not.
Yeah,
what's up, buddy?
There you go. How you doing, Brett?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. What's happening on the Fish Bites front?
Well, just listening to you guys there talking about the red worm. That is the blood worm. Is what
blood worm. You're
blood
right.
Worm, okay.
That's it. You're correct.
And you're no doubt it's pretty much our number one seller across the country, especially up in North Carolina and north of there. But
that's where Fred likes to fish, up in North Carolina.
Yep, that's hands down the best bait they got up there. But yeah, here in Florida, they're catching a bunch of whiting on it down in the Port St. Lucie area. Paul Spurko has been talking a lot about that, and then they're also using it on the black drum down in the Melbourne area down there. So I personally haven't used a whole lot of it. I'm going to try it this weekend for the whiting and kind of see how it goes.
For the whiting, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
What about the Fight Club baits on the other fish?
Yeah, the Fight Clubs are rocking and rolling. They're the flounder here, great flounder bait. Just got a lot of action to it, and they're just really durable in comparison to some of the other things out there. I heard you guys talking about Eddie earlier this afternoon, and he's been slamming the flounder on them. But we did a big ad buy up in the northeast part of the country, and we can't make that stuff fast enough right now.
We want to talk about that too.
Yeah.
What's that?
I need product.
That's what I thought. Jesse Walker with Slot City just sent me a text about that. We've got it. We've had a little bit of an issue. We're sending baits out, we're making baits, but a lot of the distributors, for whatever reason, are like a month out.
You are correct.
Rick's got gas money.
Yeah.
But we'll
you come get it.
We'll definitely work with you. Get it to you if you need it.
Joe, I didn't understand that because it actually made sense. I couldn't follow you.
I said, Rick's got gas money. He looked at me like, huh? Says, yeah, he'll come get it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we'll work it out with you. Just, when you guys get done with the show, give me a call here at the shop, and we'll find out what you need, and we'll get it to you.
Nice.
What I need? Some of it all.
He'll take it all.
This is the gospel truth. Ferris Brothers, you familiar with them?
Yeah.
I bought everything I could get from them. Then I went to Folsom and bought everything I could get from them. Finally got it in. After 4 weeks, I finally got it in from both of them. After my shelf was bare. We get it out 5-7 days, but almost some of them, one afternoon later, the same day it came in, my shelf was almost bare again.
Well, I don't doubt it, man. I mean, we've had those on the market there for a couple of years now, and it was kind of slow going, getting them moving. And now that they're out there, man,
they're moving now.
They are moving.
They're flying off the shelves.
Got that scientific fish bite scent technology that can't be matched, and they're as tough as about any other baits out there. One recommendation I'll give your listeners out there is when you're using those paddle tails, give those tails a good stretch, and you're going to get a ton more action out of it.
The curly tails?
Paddle.
The paddle tails is what I'm referring to.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know. I do the same thing with that curly tail.
You can do it there too. Yeah, you just got to be a little bit more careful with those, just because they're a little bit thinner. But you can't break that paddle tail unless you really give it a pull.
So the bluefish aren't going to eat them up.
Well, yeah. I mean, the bluefish will bite them in half, but they're gonna. I mean, I've used those baits, caught 17, 18 trout on one of them, and you might have your tail bit off. You might have some chunks taken out of it, but they're still going to catch fish. I mean, that scent is that strong.
At one time, Joe and I were a member of a club, which at the time was a pretty big club, and we invited. Gosh, how long ago was that, Joe? 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 years ago.
The Pier Club?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
And then we had fish bites. We invited them, that kind of the new kid on the block, to come speak to us. And I've never been so impressed about, he explained how they came up with the formulas and everything. And very scientific. It wasn't a very good fishing speaker. It was a great scientific speaker.
Right.
I mean, it was pretty complicated and everything.
It really is. I mean, the science behind it, Dr. William Carr with the University of Florida worked on this for 30 years. He had a product come out in the 80s called Gator Bait, which is kind of similar to what we're doing now. Just couldn't really get it off the shelves. And when he retired in the 90s, the university wouldn't give him access to his work. But when he finally retired in 98, they gave him that information back to where he could use it for his own personal reasons. And, about 2000, it started taking off.
Who was the other one?
There's another gentleman.
Bill Buss was the chemist, and then Dr. William Carr was the marine biologist.
I think it was the
Fingers, something finger, Stinky Fingers. Remember that's something different.
Yeah,
that was a actual bait.
That was actual bait.
Yeah.
It's not just a lot of these other scented baits are just based
scented
on
bait,
menhaden oil or something like that. But what he did, and anybody can go on YouTube. We have it in Inventing Fish Bites. Type that in, and you can kind of see him working in the lab back in the 80s. But he broke down a shrimp, a crab, a clam, and broke them down to their most essential amino acids and proteins, which is what a fish is smelling when it's attacking its prey. And he figured out what those were, and it's amazing. I mean, you've seen our cut baits; they don't have any scent to us at all. But when they get in that water, that scent releases, and the fish will smell it. Even with the Fight Club baits, the smell it has is just the material we make it out of.
The first cast on a fight bait. I caught a nice trout on the very first cast.
That is something.
And Rick was hooked after that.
I have been. What's his name? Scott Jones is the one that
Scott
brought it by to me and asked me to take it and try it out.
Scott's a great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy and great fisherman too, no doubt.
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt there. Yeah, Brett. I saw Brett was at the Surfcasters weigh-in last week, and he didn't know it was my truck, and he was sort of peeking in my bucket because he saw all these packs of fish bites in there. And Gavin was standing there getting a fish out to weigh in, and Brett was like, "Yeah, come with me. I got something for you." And he gave him a buff and a shirt. Man, I can't get that buff off of him.
That's great.
Man, he loves those face shields, man, and that shirt. When he opened it up and he saw it, and he's like, "Wow!" Because it's got fish bites written down the sleeve, and he was thoroughly impressed. We've got to wash it in some super duper hot water and dry it on extra high heat to shrink it up enough to fit him. But man.
Yeah, we're going to start making some kid sizes stuff there because we got a lot of them interested in what we got. But yeah, I was glad to be able to help him out where we could. It's good to see the kids out there fishing, man, and off the computer screen.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But y'all have made a giant stride in the last 2 years.
Huge.
I don't know what happened, or.
I mean, it's we've done some little bit of advertising here and there. We're sponsoring the Florida Insider Fishing Report with Rick Murphy. We started doing that last year, but really it's just been more word of mouth than anything else. Man. I mean, the people use the product and they know it works.
And ICAST was big for y'all last year.
ICAST, we had a good ICAST. We started picking up some international sales here. We just started shipping internationally last year, and we're getting pictures in from Thailand to South Africa to Australia. So
nice.
It's only a matter of time.
Well, you got a great product and fish bites, and they help support Heroes on the Water also.
Now,
they're big supporters of ours.
Now I got to ask you this because we've talked about this 100 times in the store. I used to fish a lot of artificial tournaments in my day.
Yep.
Is fish bites considered artificial?
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's considered artificial. I mean, our Fight Club products are 100% biodegradable, but it would be considered an artificial bait. Yeah, I mean, it's a good question because we consider it bait. But it is artificially made, even though it's like I said, it's 100% biodegradable. That was really big for Mr. Carr to be able to do that, Dr. Carr, excuse me. But yeah, it would be considered an artificial.
Well, man, Brett, we're fixing to have to go make some money here real quick.
But thank you very much. Thank
we
you.
appreciate you calling in. We'd definitely like to hear from you.
And I'll be calling you, or Jeff will be calling you.
Yeah, I'll get a hold of you.
Yep. Yeah, we'll get you all squared away. Let us know what you need.
I appreciate it. All right.
904-831-1023, 904-831-1023. Listening to the Gone Fishing Radio Show on Sunny 102.3 FM. We're streaming live on Facebook. Go to GoneFishingShow.com. Check it out. Stand by.
Some surgical mask etiquette tips. Real-life surgical masks can be hard to find. After all, it is better for medical professionals to have the real ones anyway. But homemade ones are very effective. You can find numerous templates and plans online to make your own homemade mask. The CDC recommends cloth masks to paper ones. That way you can regularly launder your mask and avoid any unfortunate paper cuts to the face. Band-Aids just don't stick well to the face. This message brought to you by...
Are you still waiting on your stimulus check? Create your own stimulus with a turnkey business package from Tools for a Time. For 25 years, Tools for a Time has helped people achieve the dream of being their own boss with commercial landscape packages powered by Exmark. Exmark mowers are the most trusted brand in the industry and proudly built right here in America. Now is the best time to buy with rebates up to $1,000 off and 0% financing with no payments for 120 days. Let Tools for a Time and Exmark get you back to work today. Online at toolsforatime.com.
WSOL HD2 Yulee, W272CQ Jacksonville, Sunny 102.3, Jacksonville's greatest hits.
Looking for a great day of fishing or want to learn how the pros do it? Then you need to call Captain John Eggers. John's one of the leading guides in the Jacksonville area. John's won such tournaments as the Cabela's IFA Redfish Tournament and has been on many outdoor shows such as TNN and NBC Sports. He'll combine his knowledge of tournament fishing with his charter experience to ensure you have a trip of a lifetime. Give John a call at 591-1611. Again, 591-1611. Or stop by Rick's Bait and Tackle for John's information.
Do you have a boat? Then you need to know Shark Attack, a mobile marine service licensed and insured to install and repair marine generators, electronics, stereos, water and waste systems, as well as complete or partial rewires. Have a boat? Then you need to know a mobile marine technician that will come to your boat. Shark Attack does just that. Also offering consulting and pre-purchase inspections. Call 904-200-8709. That's 904-200-8709. And receive $50 off your first service call.
You've been wanting a reputable trolling motor shop in the Beaches area, and now it's here. Fish 307 Jacks. They're a certified Minn Kota service center with the tools and the know-how to get you back in the shallows. If you're needing cannon or walker downrigger work, Fish 307 specializes in that as well. They're conveniently located on Mayport Road, just 1 block north of Levee, and they're ready to get your boat off the trailer and back in the water where it belongs. Fish 307 Jacks. Give them a call today at 904-859-0966. That's 904-859-0966. Palm Cove Marina, the place boats call heaven. And for good reason. Palm Cove Marina prides itself by offering the largest dry storage facility coupled with the finest wet slip accommodations on Jacksonville's intracoastal waterway. Also, you'll find that Palm Cove Marina provides full marine service, a travel lift, very competitive ethanol-free fuel prices, and they even have a swimming pool. Palm Cove Marina, located on Beach Boulevard on the west side of the intracoastal waterway. Call 223-4757. Online at palmcovemarina.com.
Sunny 102.3.
Let's get back to the Gone Fishing Show here on Sunny 102.3. The Gone Fishing Show is brought to you by Rick's Bait and Tackle. If you want to be a part of the show, we'd love to hear from you. The call-in number is 904-831-1023. That's 904-831-1023. And now, here's your host, Rick Hale, along with Joe Dion and Jeff Altman.
Okay, guys. It's going to be a beautiful holiday weekend.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful.
Oh, so just when you go out, please be careful. Please.
Courteous.
And courteous to each other, and leave some of the beer behind. I'm not saying leave it all behind, but
Right. 2 per person. That ought to do it.
Remember what the holiday's about. It's not about partying and drinking beer and eating
It's
barbecue.
not a
buddy.
happy one.
No.
it's for our deceased
Yes. Our
military.
veterans
For those who have sacrificed.
They gave the ultimate price for our freedoms.
So that's what the weekend's about. And I'm not going to go there. Okay. I am so close on this bubble of politics. I'm trying to stay off that bubble. Go the other way. Okay. Now, fishing-wise, it looks like it's going to be not overheat, but in the 90s. And so early in the morning, the bite should be the best. Now, have you been going surf fishing, Jeff?
We surf fished last week. They had the Florida Surfcasters tournament.
Right, that was Saturday.
And that was Saturday. Your boy, Mr. Spencer Brogdon, he took third place.
How many
Yep.
people do you remember fished the tournament?
Yeah, I saw.
It was like over 100 people.
Yeah, I know it's over 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's got the the bait store or the seafood store?
Larry
Finch.
Finch.
Yeah, he was down the list of ways.
Yeah.
And who else was it?
I don't really know the
who
surf
helped
fishing.
with the extension of the pier, with the length of the pier.
Roger Walker.
Roger Walker. I think Roger Fish. I think I saw his name. Don't quote me on it.
I want y'all to mark that down. Today is May the 22nd, I believe. And Joe asked me a question. I actually remembered it.
Right.
So,
Andy showed you a picture, and you sort of knew when the years were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it still had a crank handle in the front of the car.
So,
Oh, did it? I missed that. I missed that picture.
He said, it looked like mine.
no, my first car I remember was a Studebaker with running boards. Yes, sir. That was a car.
My first car?
That was not my first car. That was the first car I remember.
My first car was a 62 Volkswagen Bug.
Right.
Might have been an Edsel.
Yeah. Yours was probably a Model A.
Mm-hmm.
No, his was an Edsel. It didn't work.
No, I got the report in
Still.
from Craig Van Brocklin on all the results from tournaments, so that'll come out in the paper next week. Yeah.
Yeah. On that. Craig, you seeing what your
Craig
thinking
said
is?
he was going to try to call in.
Yeah, kind of seeing what his thinking is on the Premier Trout Tournament.
He's got a date set.
He's got a date set.
He's got a date set.
I've seen him a couple of times at the store getting bait. I hope it's in September. I think that would be an
I
excellent.
don't remember what month he put it in.
Now you were saying there's
Yep.
going to be a lot of tournaments. I haven't. Have you seen some posted?
Well, I mean they're opening up, so we're fixing to have a call. So yeah, they're opening up tournaments. Tony's tournaments this coming weekend.
Right, that I did remember.
Which is the extreme inshore extreme challenge, total kayak tournament. There'll be over 100 kayaks fishing that one.
We got our young lady on the phone, Miss Pam.
Oh, God bless you. That is so nice of you.
Well, that picture you look good. Made you look really young. The one this week. You look like you're too.
Thanks.
Did you get dried off from last week?
Yes, sir, I did.
We lost you. We figured, oh, she's swimming now.
Nah. I just was in a really bad phone zone, and I was trying to turn the corner to get out of the wind so you wouldn't hear.
And see, we thought you had got
turned the
blown
corner.
over making the corner.
Yeah.
Making the turn. That's why I called you after the show last week. Hey, we got to make sure you're okay.
Well,
Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thanks for checking up on me.
Those pretty pictures of you had fish in them. Where were you doing?
I was kind of pre-fishing for the IFA. I was fishing with Lisa Fitzgerald from the CCA.
Yes.
And we were out with Trey Mickle.
Were you tagging redfish?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just fun fishing?
Yeah, just fun fishing because I think Lisa's going to fish the boat division with Kelly from Bull Bay Rods.
Yeah.
So, and she and I haven't seen her in a long time except, hi, how are you? You know? So we just decided, I told her, I said, hey, and it turns out that Trey's boat was Lisa's old boat. So it was like old home week for her. She was fishing off her
right?
old boat.
Like,
Okay,
hey,
now
I know where to stand to catch fish on this boat.
Now, when is CCA going to start tagging the fish and putting them out?
Oh, they have been.
They've
They
already
did the
been doing that.
whole,
They
did
haven't
the
up here.
whole East Coast.
Yes.
Yeah, they have.
Have up,
Yeah, Jacksonville was done last week.
Okay,
Yeah,
who did
she
it?
was up
Who did
there.
that?
Yeah, she fished with
She fished with
Kaylin
Donnie.
Toad. Yeah. She fished with them, and they tagged a bunch. They tagged them, I think, released them all the way down to Stewart, if I'm not correct. So if y'all haven't entered, hurry up and enter, because if you catch one of those tagged fish, it's still too early. It doesn't open until July.
Right.
But if you tag one, you can get a Costa prize package. I think it's worth $1,000.
Yeah, that's what it is. $1,000.
Yeah, we appreciate if you put the fish back in the water.
Yeah, don't keep it.
Yeah,
I've heard that happening a few times, and it's sort of sad.
Yeah. But
So
anyhow.
So yeah, that means there's probably no fish up in Babylon Creek here.
Yeah. I mean, you could win a boat. You could win a truck. I mean, for $40, that's a pretty good lotto, and you have a lot of chances to win prizes. But, yeah, we had fun. We were throwing. Are you ready for this? I had a new lure that I was playing with last weekend that you saw in those pictures.
Yeah.
It's a gambler.
And there's been a
They go
gambler
for a
out
gambler.
for a while. Then I lost lost it. This gambler, did they go out of business and somebody else opening?
Nope, I got them in my store.
Okay.
I got them in my store.
So was it a new lure?
Nope, it was the pearl color. I haven't used it before, so it was new to me.
Right.
And Trey said, do you have anything pearl on you? And I go, yeah, in my car, but we brought Lisa's car. So my rolling tackle box was parked in front of the Plantation Inn. So, but we had fun. We had a good time. And pearl was the color. I want to tell you, pearl was the color for the West Coast. Just slow, real. I guess I shouldn't say that. I've got the IFA next weekend. I should not tell all the kayak people.
Well, I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to go down and fish Crystal River. I wish I could.
Now, is this the first IFA tournament?
No, it's the second one. The first one was early in the year. I think
months
January
ago.
or February. It's been happy.
Pre-virus tournament.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Pre-virus. God.
Yeah. And I think Linnea got biggest redfish. I mean, we were fishing in 40 degrees with a 15-knot wind. And that girl, oh, my gosh, that girl stood up in her native kayak on the seat backwards to try to spot fish. She looked like a heron.
I know they're out there somewhere.
I know. I mean, I'm like, and the waves are coming. I'm like, I'm not fishing you out.
Well, Linnea's got a lot of balance in those 22-foot legs of hers, too.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yes, she
totally
is.
amazing. But I got a nice one today. I got a 27, almost 28 today. I didn't pinch the tail, and it's over 27, so you know it's a little longer than that.
Wow.
Again on the gambler, and then I lost the gambler, and I thought I brought the right one, but I brought the size too big. So, oh well. So I'm throwing my spoon right now.
You're throwing your spoon?
Yep.
Yep.
You couldn't get
Now
it.
I am.
Is it real
But I got-
shiny?
Yes, it is.
Now I know you throw the
Pretty
gold
murky
spoon.
water.
I know you throw the gold spoon a lot. Now, like on an overcast day, do you go to the silver?
No, I wasn't even going to use the spoon today because there is not a cloud in the sky. It's the kind of day I don't want to fish.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
hate
like
it.
the big puffy clouds in the sky when I'm using Artie's. But this water is milk chocolate, so the spoon is good. It'll reflect. That's why I like pearl, too. I like pearl in this milky water. It just tends to reflect so well. But if I'm looking for snook, I'll go to the silver. And if I see a lot of, what are those called, skipjads, I go like that in the water when they take off.
Skipjacks.
Yeah, we don't have
Yeah.
those here.
If I see a lot of skipjacks, I'll throw a silver spoon, or I'll throw the spook nickel. You know, that color.
Mm-hmm.
Now, wasn't that in your picture this week? Wasn't that snook? Am I remembering it correctly? It was a nice snook you had.
Yep, I got a really nice snook and a really nice red.
Okay, yeah.
I've never caught a big snook.
And this one here, and how big was it?
I think it was like right at 30, 31. I mean, it wasn't the biggest snook I ever caught, but it was very, very nice.
It was a nice
one. They put up
one,
a heck of a fight.
Hey, we got Melissa Workman watching.
Okay.
Strike Zone Fishing.
Hey, Melissa.
So how are you, Melissa? Yeah, great people.
Yes.
Supports everything.
All right, well, how about if she's on, I'll let you guys go. And
no. She's
on
watching.
the video.
She's watching our video. I was just giving her a little shout out.
Oh, hi, Melissa.
Y'all know each other, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was supposed to go offshore tomorrow out of Boynton, but just as I'm trying to reel in that big red, I get the phone is starting to ring, and I'm like a little nervous. So I look down and I see it's Brian Nelly. I go, I'm supposed to fish with him tomorrow, so I'm trying to bring in this fish and talk to him at the same time. And he said that the weather over in Boynton is just really blowing.
Yeah,
and,
snotty.
I haven't had the new Max in the ocean yet, so I would really like a calmer day for his maiden voyage.
Well, Pam, we thank you for the call. We're going to take a break here. It's get my good rock and roll music. I like it. Yeah. Okay, Joe.
All right, 904-831-1023. Gone Fishing Radio Show on Sunny 102.3 FM in Jacksonville, Florida. Stand by. We'll be right back.
For the finest soft plastic and topwater baits, use what the pros use, Down South Lures. If you're one of those skinny water anglers out there looking to boat some speckled trout or redfish, Down South Lures has you covered. Their Southern Shad line of soft plastic baits come in a variety of colors for clear and stained water use. Down South Lures is a family-owned and operated business that was inspired to make their own line of fishing lures because of their love for our coast and the great fishing that it offers. Get online now and visit DownSouthLures.com. That's DownSouthLures.com.
Atlantic Coast Marine, the name to remember for Maverick, Hughes, Pathfinder, Canoe, and Sundance boats. We're also a full-line Yamaha dealer with the best prices on Yamaha engines. A winner of Yamaha's Best in Class 3 years running, Atlantic Coast Marine will get you set up with the right engine the first time. We offer a huge service facility performing everything from fiberglass repair to engine rebuilds. Atlantic Coast Marine, 13748 Atlantic Boulevard at the Intercoastal Waterway. Call 221-0793. That's 221-0793.
Don't throw away that broken reel. Get it repaired by Keith Secor, better known as Keith the Reel Guy. For years, Keith the Reel Guy has saved many a reel from being thrown away. If your reel is in need of repair, just drop it off at Rick's Bait and Tackle in Jacksonville Beach, or you can just give Keith the Reel Guy a call. He's at 904-631-8924. Keith can get your reel repaired at a fair price and in a timely fashion. Call Keith the Reel Guy today and get your favorite reel back on the rod and out of the garbage can. Keith the Reel Guy, 904-631-8924. Great news, everybody. Big Jim at Fat Catch Mobile Trailer Repair has a new knee and he's back to work. So if you need something welded or you need to fix some bad wiring, you need to call Fat Catch Mobile Trailer Repair. Why? Because you need to get that stuff fixed. And Big Jim needs to work that knee because it needs rehabbing. You need an ink pen and a piece of paper and you need to write this number down. 247-1727. That's 247-1727. Fat Catch Mobile Trailer Repair for all your trailer repair needs. Let's get back to the Gone Fishing Show here on Sunny 102.3. The Gone Fishing Show is brought to you by Rick's Bait and Tackle. If you want to be a part of the show, we'd love to hear from you. The call-in number is 904-831-1023. That's 904-831-1023. And now, here's your host, Rick Hale, along with Joe Dion and Jeff Altman.
Here we are.
Boy, we're
on now.
We were being bad. Okay.
I've got a rundown here of some upcoming tournaments.
Okay, let's go through them real quick.
June 2nd, you got the big WT. That's is it Tuesday?
Yeah.
First Tuesday of every month? Yeah. All right, so the 2nd is the big WT. The 6th is the IFA Georgetown. The 13th of June is Jacksonville Elite Redfish. 13th, Wildwood.
And what's the Jacksonville Elite Redfish? That one is that new?
I'm hoping that's the one-man tournament.
That could be.
I certainly hope that is, because that's a fun tournament.
Yeah.
13th is the Wildwood Inshore, St. Augustine. 13th is the historic St. Mary's. That's our buddy up there in St. Mary's. He's still running that?
I don't know.
And 20th is the Clay Roberts.
Now that one.
Out of St. Augustine.
No.
Or is that the one over at Beach Marine?
Yeah. They do the captain's meeting at Mudville Grill. Now, if it's, as long as it's still there for this year, I'm sure. And then the tournament. But Clay Roberts, that's a great tournament. I've done real well in that. That is a boat tournament. A couple of years ago, I took first place flounder. Cousin Craig took first place redfish, and we both caught them out of kayaks. So we beat out about 100, 140 boats or whatever in our kayaks. So they weren't too thrilled about that.
I got a question on that. You said it's at Mudville.
Yes.
Restrictions? Is there any restrictions since it's a...
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't know. No idea.
July 13th through the 18th is the Greater Jacksonville Kingfish Tournament, redfish and kingfish. 25th, 26th is the ACGFA Challenge Tournament.
And what is that one?
Don't look at me, Joe. You're the one that read them letters.
Hey, I'm not a tournament guy. That's Craig Van Brocklin. You got to get him to call.
Cousin Craig, hurry, call.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Joe.
August 1st and 2nd is the IFA Jacksonville. 4th is the Big WT. That's that first Tuesday. 15th is the Power Pole Redfish Panama City. 22nd is the IFA in Beaufort. I'm sure Chappie will be in that one.
South Carolina.
Yeah. And then the offshore tournaments, June 6th, you got the Meat Mayhem. 13th, the Old School Kingfish Shootout in Volano. 27th is the King Buster 400. And the July 11th is the Palms Snapper Slapper.
I wonder if the Old School Kingfish Shootout's going to have the kayak division this year for redfish. Rick's ringing.
I don't know.
Can't hear it, though.
I can.
I can.
Yeah, we can hear it. We can hear it.
But yeah, that Wednesday night tournament. What is the Wednesday night tournament? Is that something new or
no? Wednesday night. Yeah, the Wednesday night tournament is the Wednesday night tournament. It's like a 2-man.
Yeah, it's 2-man.
Yeah, and it's just it's just a little cash thing.
Oh, okay. Who puts it on?
Everybody. I don't know. One of the guys.
Okay.
So everybody kicks in.
Yeah.
Whatever the entry fee is.
Guys,
and
we got
fish for about 3 hours.
We got Noel on line 1.
No.
Are you still vacationing?
No, he's getting cut off. You didn't see him get cut off? How did that line dude get cut off, boy? Hey, Noel. I hear you.
Hey.
Try it again, Noel.
Hey, you got me
there
now?
You go.
There you go.
Yeah.
We got you.
How about it, fellas?
Yeah, buddy. You getting cut off out there at the inlet? What happened?
After it was a huge fish. If you don't get to see the fish, you don't really know what it was. Either my first thing says a big bull shark. It could have been a big tarpon because I've had tarpon that never jump. And but anyway, after 45 minutes of sweating my butt off and grinding it out, we were at a standstill. I mean, I couldn't. He wasn't giving up a foot, and I wasn't giving up a foot.
What was the bait?
Ladyfish head.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean,
going after that bull red, huh?
I had 100-pound leader and a 7/0 hook. Whatever was big, I was going to hook it. And when I tell my customers, be careful what you ask for, because
sometimes you get it.
Yeah, I've had that. My one fight that was an hour and 45 minutes. I never want to do that again, ever, ever, ever. So, anyway, when that boat cut me off, I really wasn't even mad. I was like,
sort of like, whew.
Okay. that old joke, shoot up here amongst us. One of us got to have some relief. Well,
so did the boat keep going? I mean, you didn't see it having any issues or anything?
No. You know, I had 25-pound mono. That's why the fight was taking so long. So yeah, he didn't stop. He probably. I hope he didn't have any trouble.
Well, that's what I meant. Was did it get wrapped up and shut him down or anything? You know, because that happened on the pier. You know that happens to us on the pier all the time, man. The boats that come by, we got the king rigs out, and they'll come right up on the pier and they'll get a hold of it, and all of a sudden you hear.
You mean back when they used Dacron?
Yeah.
Dacron line.
I do tell people a story. I caught a 21-foot mako at Matanzas Inlet. He came in. He did not know how to run Matanzas Inlet, and he came in on the first trough. He was literally 60 yards from where I was standing on the sand instead of coming in on the second trough, and he cut across all 5 of my lines.
Oh, God.
But when he got to the end of the trough, he ran out of water, and he went up and high-sided, and them big twin 200s came up out of the water.
So Noel, what does a 21-foot mako weigh?
I think they're about 4,500 pounds.
And you got that on 25-pound test. That's pretty good, man.
So yeah, I wasn't real upset. I mean, that poor fellow that ran aground. I mean, even though he ruined my day, all 5 reels were screwed up. You know, 5 rigs gone, 5 Sputniks gone. And I was a little mad about that, but after that 45-minute fight with the fish I never saw, I wasn't upset. It was just like, okay, I want to, yell at him. Hey, he was close enough where I could yell at him that, how about running a little farther off the beach?
Oh, he came in and got all the lines?
Well, that's 2 different stories.
Okay.
The picture I put up on Facebook, that was a 45-minute fight where the boat came about 100 yards out and cut me off.
Okay.
That's a done deal. The other one was at Matanzas Inlet, and a 21-foot mako center console came down the first trough. He was literally 60 yards from the sand. He was trying to make his way back into Matanzas Inlet, and he
Jesus.
off all 5 of my lines. Yeah, I know he had propeller issues in the future.
Oh yeah. He's still trying to pull that off them props, buddy. Oh,
yeah,
God.
I don't know how he ever got off that sandbar, because literally he was high-sided, and I guess enough tide come back in he could get out. But anyway, whoever's out there and you like to run the beach, stay 150 yards off the beach, please.
Or suffer the consequences. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Noel, how's the beach today?
The beach today in South Ponte Vedra is a little bit muddy. No pompano to be had, but bluefish, ladyfish, small whiting, and catfish. I've got charters next 2 days. I'm hoping for some cleaner water.
What's the wind doing? I can't tell you. Right.
Because that report just came from my good buddy who just walked off the beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I figured you were down there. Yes, a southeast wind. Now, do you find the southeast wind sort of shuts down the pompano bite?
No, that's my very favorite.
Really?
If I could, I don't know if you saw the pictures from last week.
Yeah, I did. Beautiful fish.
That was amazing, and that's my favorite day. A southeast breeze, 5 to 10, 2 to 3 foot waves, and clean water.
Yeah.
That's a perfect situation for pompano. Usually, what I've experienced is southeast wind. As long as it's light, it'll clean the water up.
Wow.
And it was just a perfect scenario. The water was gorgeous. The fish were chewing. You couldn't have had a better day for surf fishing.
Well, last Saturday, I took my grandson fishing. We went down to tabletops, and we struck out down there. We caught one small whiting. Nobody's rods were bending, except for the guy to the left of us. He hooked into he caught a nice red, probably about 26 inch. And
how was the weather on that Saturday?
Oh, it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Sunny enough to just blister your back and your chest and everything else. and I'm still feeling it. So
a 1.71 whiting. That's healthy, but I've seen bigger, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you look at that picture that I put last week on Facebook, that one was, it was like 17 and a half inches. It'd have been scaring 2 pounds.
Right. Yeah.
You know, for everybody that just heard your story about Saturday, if you really want to fish fry and you fish for a half an hour and you don't have something in the cooler, you got to move.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could wait there 48 hours before the next school of fish came through.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
We moved over to Jack's Beach and fished a couple hours there, caught a couple small whitings there, and that was it. Now, Spencer told me all the whiting he caught where he was at, and I was like, I was within a few miles of him and nothing.
Yeah.
So,
well, the biggest thing, Spencer spends a lot of time on the beach.
Oh yeah.
But it's all private property.
Yeah, right.
Well, but if you're not fishing private property, you still need to do your scouting at low tide.
Correct.
I mean, that was I went fishing. I went 4 times last week and nailed them every time. It's only because I was able to look at the beach at low tide and find those big runouts, those big bowls, and the deep troughs.
Wow.
Yep.
Noel, thank you for coming us to fill in on everything that happened. We appreciate it.
Yep.
You are welcome. Hope you fellas have a great afternoon.
All right, touch bases with us next week. Let us know what's up. 904-831-1023. I want to welcome my sister-in-law out in Texas, Little Pam. I call her Little Pam. Y'all stand by. We'll be right back. 904-831-1023. You're listening to the Gone Fishing Radio Show on Sunny 102.3 FM in Jacksonville. Y'all stand by. We'll be right back.
Right now, home sweet home has never been sweeter. Our homes are more important than ever, and finding people we trust to take care of them is just as important. For over 20 years, Home Advisor has been connecting homeowners with trusted local plumbers, electricians, roofers, and more. And now we're making it easier than ever for great pros to join the Home Advisor network. For a limited time, home service businesses can get $200 in free advertising. Visit homeadvisor.com/start200 for details. That's homeadvisor.com/start200.
Capital One knows life doesn't alert you about your credit card.
Hey, couch surfers, we've got nonstop tunes to keep you rocking while you work. Oh, and Colleen, yes, you Colleen with a K. Your free trial of Movie Plus ends tomorrow, and your card may be charged. Do you want to continue or cancel?
So meet Eno, the Capital One assistant. Eno looks out for surprise charges, like when free trials expire, and helps if you need to fix them. Eno, another way Capital One is watching out for your money when you're not. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Limitations apply.
I've always wanted to learn another language, but every time I try, it never sticks. So I decided to give Babbel a try, and I really like the teaching method of the app. I started with the beginner lesson on Babbel, and it starts with simple words and phrases, and soon you're putting those words into a conversation. Each lesson takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and they're all really different, which keeps things interesting. The app is really smart. It actually keeps track of the words I'm struggling with, so I can practice them and get better. I chose Babbel because it was created by real language teachers. They built it around real life, how people actually communicate, and what they care about. I can't wait to use my new language skills in the real world. Dos cervezas, por favor.
With Babbel, get conversational in Spanish, French, German, and more. It just takes 10 to 15 minutes a day. Now try Babbel free. Just go to Babbel.com or download the Babbel app and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com, Babbel.com.
These are unique times, and Jacksonville.radio is standing with you. We provide local, family-friendly radio across multiple formats and frequencies with a diverse and loyal audience. Let us help get your message and your marketing into our communities. Call Jax.radio today so we can discuss how we can help your business. Let us help you get the right message in front of the right audience at the right time. Call 904-74-RIGHT. That's 904-747-4448. 888.
Transmission problems? Call Action Transmission Specialists on Merrill Road, where you get the work done right the first time by the experts. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. Our techs can service all makes and models, and we provide a nationwide warranty, so you have the peace of mind knowing we solve your transmission troubles fairly and honestly and guaranteed nationwide. Call us at Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road, where quality counts. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Atlantic Auto Brokers cares about the health and safety of their customers and understands that unique times call for unique solutions. The team at Atlantic Auto Brokers on Amelia Island are offering call or text options to test drive any car on their lot all by yourself. Each vehicle is cleaned and disinfected daily and can be viewed from every angle online at AtlanticAutobrokerSE.com. They'll even disinfect the keys and leave them in the car just for you. And when all this is over, if they can't save you a bunch, they'll buy you lunch.
You can always trust Frontline Insurance to insure your home with the best coverage possible. At Frontline, we'll help you create an action plan with our trusted vendors and contractors to make repairs to your home. The best part? We'll help pay the cost of those eligible home repairs. Now that's smarter insurance. Find your local Frontline agent at frontlineinsurance.com. Frontline Insurance, building home partnerships with coastal Floridians since 1998.
Let's get back to the Gone Fishing Show here on Sunny 102.3. The Gone Fishing Show is brought to you by Rick's Bait and Tackle. If you want to be a part of the show, we'd love to hear from you. The call-in number is 904-831-1023. That's 904-831-1023. And now, here's your host, Rick Hale, along with Joe Dion and Jeff Altman.
Hey.
We're back.
We're back.
We are.
And
we got our freshwater guy on the phone, too.
I don't know why he calls. Well, it ought to be his wife, the boss.
Right?
Yes.
I know. Have you ever watched the Candy Sutherland show?
Hey, I do all the time.
Yeah. Rick watches it every day.
Well, I don't like seeing Rick in a bikini anyway, so.
Well, there you go. I mean, y'all want me to get a bikini, I'll get a bikini, but I don't think anybody would enjoy that.
Yeah, that'd be scary, man, if he was wearing a thong. Just don't be twerking and bass fishing.
Ain't a good sight.
Well, Joe used to have a picture of a charter captain here in Jacksonville with his pink thong.
Yeah, no, that's not my style, brother. That's not my style.
Thank God.
I almost couldn't get that one out.
That's blackmail material there. How you doing, Rick?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Getting the boat good and running and everything else. We got regional championship next weekend.
Now, regional for what?
ABA.
For the region?
ABA. For the ABA, American Bass Anglers Association. I got regional championship next weekend. I'm pretty much a shoe-in for the national championship. All I got to do is just fish it. The national championship will be in Tennessee at Old Hickory. I'll be fishing that in October. So, being that I'm ranked in the top 50 in the nation, I'll be in there. So I'm getting the boat. I'm getting the boat motor running and everything else. Like I said, I don't have that sparkly, shiny boat. I've got an old boat.
Another road trip for the Ford, huh?
Well, no, for the Chevy.
Oh, it's a Chevy. Oh, I'm sorry.
Chevy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with the Ford. As long as it's American made, I'm all about it. But we'll take a road trip in October and go do that. But my boat was a family heirloom, and the thing about it is, if you keep your boat running good, you take care of it, it'll last you a long time. I mean, mine, 1979, it runs all right. But we're getting tuned up to where we're good, and we fished the Chef Lenny Challenge last weekend, and they don't go by size, length, anything like that. They go by amount, and it was kind of crazy because here I was the first time ever. I caught a 5.5 pounder during this competition, and I'm excited. I got to.
It don't matter.
I'm excited, and it doesn't matter.
5
like,
pounds.
Oh my gosh.
5 pounds, 8 ounces. An 8-ounce fish is as good as a 5-pounder.
Yeah. So, I mean, it kind of was like, oh my goodness, but nonetheless, it was fun to catch. It was a good little competition, good little tournament that he ran there. Before that, we were at Gant Lake, a little lake outside in Webster, Florida, and I caught a 7.5 there. And how I'm catching them, guys, is I'm actually fishing topwater. I'm fishing a hollow belly frog. I use a Spro popping frog, hollow belly, and I run it right across that hydrilla lily pads. Anywhere the water's down. We haven't had a good rain, so the water's down.
We need it bad.
I know.
We do need it.
I just hope it waits till next week or another week. I don't want this tournament messed up.
Now,
next
Flagler
week.
had some good rain last night.
No, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to mess it up if it doesn't rain. The salinity, because we checked the salinity, where it's freshwater, don't have much of that to worry about. But we checked the salinity for our shrimp. And the salinity, it might be getting high enough it's going to start chasing some fish out to the ocean, some of the bigger ones. Now, when you don't have rain, you just have a lake that's getting smaller, right?
Yeah, you get a lake that gets smaller, and a lot of times when that happens, the fish will come up in the shallows, and I say that because the water's coming down to them. So what used to be 3 and 4 is now 1 and 2. I've been catching a lot of my fish real shallow, and then the one they'll pull off from the banks will actually go deep. You can find your deep brush piles and things like that. But myself personally, until the rain hits, fish shallow. Fish all that vegetation, all that gunk that's in the shallows. Use something that goes across the top of them. Whole belly frog. Even some people do a weightless worm and run it right across the top of it. But that's how I've been getting them lately, and they're good size. I mean, like I said, I caught a 5.5 last weekend, a 7.5 the week before that.
Now 7.5, that's good fish.
I've been having good success on size wise. So we changed our time at Southern Outdoors. We're not going to start up at 8 anymore because it's so hot.
Are you going to go to 9?
No.
It's going earlier.
It'll be blistering hot. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm up by then. I'm up by 9, 7. You're pushing it, man.
Hey, man. Fishermen get up early. And, so we're going to get up early, and we're going to be out there. We'll start it at 7 a.m. from here on out until fall when it starts getting lighter later.
Fishermen got to get up early because you got to figure out what story they're going to tell for the day.
That's if you ain't catching fish.
Yeah. You didn't hear what I just said. I got to get up early so I can figure out what story I'm going to say for the day.
Yeah. While he goes and sleeps in his car with his kayak in the back. Yeah.
At the gas station parking lot.
You should have seen the one I lost.
Well, the morning bite is coming on early. It starts getting light around 6:30. And so that's when the morning bite really starts up. But it's ending at about 7:30. And when we have the show at 8 o'clock, the morning bite, they're in what they call a transition stage. They go from out there feeding on the bait fish and all that to pull them back under cover.
Yep, so you sit there and let that food digest.
There you go.
And freshwater,
for breakfast, you don't grab a snack,
And in freshwater, do you have the feeding times that are better than other times? In other words, in saltwater, most of your saltwater...
Your major and minor feeding times.
Major and minor feeding times.
Oh, absolutely. You have a morning bite, you have an evening bite, and really how you gauge that is when the mosquitoes are out. That's your bite time. When you start feeling mosquitoes out, that's when the fish are biting.
It's their bite time, too.
Yeah, and like I said, whenever the sun comes out, it's got to be almost up like 11 to 3, 4 o'clock. They're going to be really tucked under and held tight to cover. But if you get out there in the morning bite or the evening bite, they're going to be out roaming. And that's where you can really get some good action out and without having to go and tuck underneath stuff.
Okay. Wow. So you're how many more tournaments you got for the year planned?
Well, we got regionals next weekend, and then we got the nationals in October. And of course, I'll pick up some just to keep brushed up on my skills, throughout the summertime. A lot of times in the summertime, you'll go to nighttime tournaments, which are great. They're a little bit different.
Yeah, like an afternoon tournament. They run one of those up here called the Working Man's Tournament.
Love them.
Yeah.
Love them. You go there, you get off work, you go, you show up, you fish till dark and you're good.
Yep.
Those are really good to just kind of keep your skills up. You're just going out there for a few hours. They have one here at Buzzard Beach, and they run that from 5 to 9. So it's 4 hours. You got to go out there running gun for 4 hours, come back, weigh and fish.
I'm scared to ask you. I'm scared to ask you this question. Buzzard Beach.
Sounds like a redneck Riviera, man.
Yeah, it's at Lake Eustis, and that's what they call it, Buzzard Beach. But that's where everybody knows it.
That's where all the fine women hang out.
What's the actual full name of Lake Toho?
Lake Toho.
Toho Pinga or something like that. Toho Pakilga or something like that.
Lake Toho.
They just call it Lake Toho. Or Toho.
And avoid all that. But, no, I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't fished Tennessee ever in October, so I'm really looking forward to that in October. It's going to be clear. It's going to be deeper. It's a river lake, so.
Well, just be careful because you are going to stand out. You know that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Because you probably got all your teeth in your head, so.
But it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it, and of course we're hoping we can get down to Oklahoma before that and do some fishing in Oklahoma. That's the thing about Southern Outdoors. You never know where we're going to end up. We could be right next door. We could be all the way across the United States.
Well, if you want to really get in good standings with those people up there, just bring them some poly grip or something. You'll be in good shape. All right, Rick, we're going to take a quick break, buddy. We'll see you next week, I guess.
Hey, y'all take care. We'll holler next weekend.
All right, tell the boss we said hey.
Hey, Rick, everybody, I got it posted now, Scoozy Shoes. I'm going to tell you what, we are selling the heck out of them at the store. They are a great boat shoe. Come by and check them out. Joe?
904-831-1023. Be right back.
Introducing Del Marina, the world's ultimate lightweight comfort deck and boat shoes. They're superior in all ways: style, quality, and performance. The upper is a high-tech, fast-drying mesh that won't tear, and it breathes so your feet don't get hot. The interior of the shoes are made with anti-odor, antimicrobial materials, and the footbed is removable for safe cleaning in the washing machine. Plus, the outsole is non-marking and slip-proof both uphill and downhill. Del Marina, the ultimate deck and boat shoes. Order a pair today from ScusaShoes.com. Check them out on the Fish Florida mobile app. Mention Fish Florida and receive a 20% discount. That's SKUZE shoes.com. If you love the ocean, then express yourself with clothing from Seven Seas Outfitters. Seven Seas Outfitters makes high-quality apparel with stunning artwork for men and women. Seven Seas Outfitters was created out of a passion for the ocean, its sandy beaches, the marine life, and the mysteries that lie beneath the waves. Seven Seas Outfitters loves the ocean like you do. They donate 10% of their revenue to ocean-friendly nonprofits. Check out their full lineup at SevenSeasOutfitters.com. That's SevenSeasOutfitters.com. Southern Sportsman is now open on the south side of Arlington Expressway. They stock everything an outdoorsman thrives, from firearms and fishing, archery, and knives. They've got Bows by Hoyt, Obsession, and Prime with an archery range for practice time. Everything's there a fisherman digs, from T. Allen rods to TBS jigs. Guns by Glock can always be found at Southern Sportsman, the best in town. Located at 8324 Arlington Expressway. Give them a call today at 903-2745. That's 903-2745.
The best way to go fishing around here is to join Jacksonville Boat Club. We furnish the boats, the insurance, and take care of all the maintenance. You'll enjoy completely hassle-free valet service on the premier fleet in the Southeast. When you arrive at the dock, your boat will be ready to go. You won't spend hours getting it ready or have to wait in line at the marina or boat ramp. Just remember, we clean the boats, but you clean the fish. JacksBoatClub.com.
You wouldn't trust just anyone on where to find your next big catch, would you? So why trust anyone when it comes to buying or selling your home? When the experts at Real Keeper Realty can help you navigate your way through the biggest financial move you'll make in your life. Just like fishing, when you're selling your home, you got to put out the right bait to attract the best buyers. And when it comes to buying the right home for you and your family, we'll stay the course and make sure you find a real keeper. For all of your real estate needs, give Real Keeper Realty a call. 904-414-4000. Real Keeper Realty. Your home. Your future. Our commitment.
Heading out to Hexer Drive to fish? Then there's only one bait and tackle stop for you, and that's Browns Creek Fish Camp. They're located at 5212 Hexer Drive and have everything you need for a complete day on the water. Run out of bait while fishing? Well, Browns Creek Fish Camp is one of the few locations where you can pull your boat in and restock your bait supply. No boat? No worry. Browns has the finest docks to fish on, so you need to give those folks a call. It's 757-1600, a big supporter of the Recreational Fishing Alliance Browns Fish Camp. 757-1600.
Let's get back to the Gone Fishing Show here on Sunny 102.3. The Gone Fishing Show is brought to you by Rick's Bait and Tackle. If you want to be a part of the show, we'd love to hear from you. The call-in number is 904-831-1023. That's 904-831-1023. And now, here's your host, Rick Hale, along with Joe Dion and Jeff Altman.
Well, we got a big weekend coming up. We thank everybody for being with us. We're in our last segment here, last 15 minutes. And I just popped up on the screen, Southern Sportsman Outlet. Guys, this place has really become hot.
So we're on Arlington Expressway.
On the Arlington Expressway.
Yep.
They're on the service road.
They're on the service road on the south side of the Arlington Expressway. They have become one of the leading salesmen of different types of ammunition and firearms. They also carry quite a bit of fishing tackle.
And archery.
And archery. That's another thing they pick
That's
up.
another biggie. Yep.
Yeah, so
they got a nice range in there, too.
Right. So I'm very happy for them. And they've come a long way, and we thank them for sponsoring the show. Really do, very much. So, all right, we got, as I was saying, we have a big weekend coming. Yeah,
I mentioned earlier that there is, about FWC, that they made a broadcast I saw earlier this morning before I left the house that they are upping their crews, and one of the phrases was, "Our books are full." We have full books.
I bet you by the end of the day on Monday, them books are going to be thin.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's been having a 3-day weekend every weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this would be any more special.
Yeah, it is, man.
Of course, the only thing to do is to get on your boat and go out.
Well, I'll tell you, this weekend around Sisters and around the major boat ramps, you've got the no-wake zones and things going over there. And, please abide by the rules and, keep the wakes down and don't be going too fast in areas you shouldn't be.
Again, to try to stay out of politics, there was one flotilla that was unbelievable going underneath the Beach Boulevard Bridge.
Woohoo! Yeah, the Trump rally.
300 plus boats.
I wasn't going to say that.
You didn't. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, there was 300 plus boats on that one.
And I heard it was a couple of miles long. And you know what? Joe had mentioned it last week. I didn't even hear about it. I didn't even know it was going on. So they're going to have another one, I believe, in June. And hopefully
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be in June.
No, you believe it or not, next weekend it's also
it'll be in June.
Okay.
In 2 weeks it'll be June. We only got this week left.
Okay, that's all the politics.
Yeah.
But
I'll send you a link to get on to. We won't.
But yeah, hopefully they'll do it downtown. That way all the news crews can see what's really going on.
They wouldn't care.
I know.
It's a Trump rally.
Exactly. But yeah, it'll be a lot more fun. So I'll have to break out my flag and shirts and all the other fun stuff. But
well, anyway, the main thing is it's strange how boats now have become a point of rallies. Because, that's the only way you can social distance and show your support to whomever you are supporting.
So it'll probably be a big weekend for the bait and tackle stores. So hopefully you have enough bait on hand. You might not have enough hooks to hook them onto, but You'll
me
have
tell
the
you,
bait.
Keith, we found a bunch of hooks. Finally got them in the store. We thought we had found enough fish bites, but it's been tough getting inventory.
Yep.
It's been so tough. We got some very nice new Akuma reels in. They are great.
Yep.
Also, those Akuma reels to price point. Price points have gone up a little bit. They got some reels now in the $100 range.
Yeah, they got some expensive reels.
So
Craig fishes for Okuma.
I thought he fished for
Okuma. Yeah.
It was
no. Craig fishes for Okuma or Quantum.
Quantum.
It's Quantum.
Quantum. That's it.
Yeah.
That's who he fishes for. It's Quantum. And I got some of their reels in. That's been hard getting some of their reels in, though. Very hard. So
I just picked up a nice bull bay rod, so a sniper rod. I'm sort of liking that so far.
Okay.
Caught a couple fish, so we'll see how it goes.
Still loving my tsunami.
Yep. I'm gonna have to.
Rod. I'm
gonna have to get one of those. I want to get one of those jigging rods.
The carbon fiber rods are beautiful.
Yep.
I love them.
And I want to look into like an 8000 series rod or reel for catching tarpon, because I've got a really nice Shimano rod that I can match it up on.
Okay. Joe?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out that.
He's watching women on paddle boards again.
No, I'm trying to figure out the link on to send to Jeff for that without throwing it out over the air. But yeah, Rick, you know who puts all these together? It's the wife of a politician that you know very well, that we actually had in studio one day.
Politician?
Yeah.
Bird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his wife does all the organization for this.
I thought Birdie Thomas.
Thomas
Birdie.
No, Esther does all the stuff for this, and Thomas is just helping her out. I think he partnered up with her as far as the boat flotilla went.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Esther's putting everything together. She's running the whole show.
So hopefully the paper will be out in about another week, Joe?
The paper will go to print next week and should be on the streets either Friday or Monday.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Friday, I believe, the 29th?
29th, 30th, 31st. Yeah, 29th or the 1st.
Monday's the 2nd, yep.
Monday's the 1st.
Monday is? Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be... Distribution will start either the 29th or the 1st.
We'll have some good food in there to eat.
And
if you ever get the recipe from that guy.
Which one?
The one you haven't gotten yet.
Oh.
Yeah, that made him laugh.
I gotta go home. I gotta go home and get on to. I gotta
go home and clean flounder. Wow. That was a quick 2 hours. Rick's jamming again.
904-831-1023. Put that in your phone for next week. Give us a call. You got any questions? Yeah, don't call us now because we're going to the
ain't
house.
Gonna answer. I'm not. I got to go work.
All right.
Something you guys don't know much about. So.
Gone Fishing Radio Show on Sunny 102.3 FM in Jacksonville, Florida. Y'all please have a safe weekend. Thank you to all current service personnel. And we thank those that have perished. Please have a safe weekend. We'll see y'all next week on the Gone Fishing Show. Good day.